Hello friends, welcome back. With the launch of the Samsung Galaxy Fold 3, I have experienced my first foldable phone. This is of course not the Fold 3 but the previous generation Fold 2. Now truly speaking, this is a completely different experience for me, an experience that every gadget lover would love to indulge in. This reminds me of the old Nokia communicator days. The things you experience with this device may not be put into real words. The first thing on picking up the device is how heavy and compact it feels. Now I've been using the S21 Ultra for a long time and that phone is quite wide. Recently I ditched the iPhone 12 Pro Max, which is the worst phone in terms of ergonomics. I think Apple needs to rethink the aspect ratio of its biggest devices. It's not about how thin a device is, but how wide it is, which affects the human ergonomics. So coming from those two mammoth slab phones, this is a revelation that human hands can comfortably carry a heavier device if it's not extremely wide. So even though the cover screen is 25:9 ratio and a wider front screen might have enabled Samsung in making a main screen which is even bigger, but Samsung designers have understood the hand mechanics properly. In build quality, there is not much to complain apart from the unseen fear of the hinge failing, water or dust entering the phone, or the main screen getting spoiled. The cover screen is an elongated one which is unusually longer than most smartphones with the odd 25:9 aspect ratio. We easily get adjusted to it, but I hate the fonts selected for the cover screen. In full screen apps, the fonts appear slightly stretched. I wish Samsung had selected a separate font for the cover screen in full screen mode, as it feels unusually stretched when compared to the main screen. The star of the phone, of course, is the hinge and the inner main screen. It is slightly difficult to open the phone from the folded position and you always need two hands for that. I wish there was some kind of switch that would have popped the lock open, which would have helped in opening the screen with a single hand. The hinge is quite durable as the phone has been in the market for almost a year now, but the inner screen has been reported to be slightly more fragile, with slightly more reports of it failing. Now when I said the main screen is the star of this show, I really meant that there's nothing like this anywhere in this form factor. Imagine carrying a small tablet in such a compact form factor, and that is being available anytime and anywhere with you. The screen panel itself is gorgeous. Yes, I have seen multitude of tablets like the S7 Plus, the mini LED iPad Pro, but when you have such a big screen in a phone form factor, the tendency to use the main screen is much closer to your eyes than while holding a big 11 or 12-inch tablet. Due to this reason alone, the experience is really immersive. AMOLED screen on the main screen, it's very saturated, the colors just pop out of the display, even texts are really sharp owing to the high PPI. To match the screen quality, the sound coming out of the stereo speakers is among the best in phones. The loudness is great, as well as when we are watching a movie with the main screen on, the stereo separation gives a good theatre-like experience. Even though you may get a slightly better experience with a larger screen or a tablet, but once again, a phone is something which you always carry and hence it is maximally used. The bigger screen also helps in immersive reading experience, especially reading a quick journal or an Excel sheet. As you can see in the side-by-side comparison with the S21 Ultra, you can see that the Ultra screen is almost dwarfed by the size of the Fold 2. The screen of the Fold is adequate and you can read PDFs even without zooming in, unlike even with the most large screen slab phones. Even displaying photos taken with the phone or with digital cameras is an altogether different experience compared to the large screen phones. After a long time, I was really excited to select high quality wallpapers to be displayed on the internal main screen. The cover screen and the main screen can work independent of each other, and the main screen provides so much more real estate to have a lot of app icons as well as widgets displayed on the screen. But the main screen is kind of squarish in nature. I wish there was slightly more zoom settings available on the YouTube app or any other video player app. The YouTube app completely fills the screen on zooming and it is awesome to watch content like that, but it crops a lot, hence it's not the ideal way to watch a movie or video. I think Samsung has to add custom zooming options in all applications that display videos. When you get a tablet or fold made by Samsung, the first app to be downloaded is the Good Lock app and the multiple plugins that comes with it, especially the multi-star. With this Good Lock app, you can display most of the applications in full screen view, just like Instagram here. And once again, this experience is second to none. Now I know I have been talking about the main screen a lot in this video because that is what provides a completely different experience from any other smartphone, because overall this phone has all the bells and whistles of a flagship device except maybe the cameras. More than the quality of the photos, the one aspect I would like Samsung to improve on the Fold 2 cameras is that the focusing speed, especially on near subjects, is comparatively slower than flagship devices like the S21 Ultra. This is especially noticeable in the portrait mode, which takes a little longer to lock in focus and most of the time misses focus if your camera is slightly moving, which I didn't like about such a costly device. It is high time Samsung puts a flagship camera modules on the highest costing smartphones. The rest of the phone conforms to the flagship quality. The call quality is great, the reception is good, the phone is now 5G capable, the performance is absolutely great. Now the processor, I think Snapdragon 865 processor is a better processor than the Snapdragon 888, simply because there is no overheating with this processor, as well as the battery life is extremely reliable. This is from my experience with the Tab S7 series of tablets. Now apart from the processor, the fingerprint scanner is also very fast. It also allows the fingerprint gestures to drag the notification drawer. That helps a lot in such a form factor. These gestures are available on the mid-range Samsung devices like the Galaxy M51 and the F62. As I said before, surprisingly the battery performance is superb here with the 4500 mAh battery, especially owing to the Snapdragon processor compared to the Exynos processor on my S21 Ultra Indian version. Since most of the tasks like replying to emails, WhatsApp messages or even text messages and basic browsing are done on the cover screen, hence 70% of the time you will be using the front cover screen and rest 30% of the time you will be using the main screen. This results in a great battery endurance. I was getting up to 7 to 8 hours of screen on time. So this is easily a one-day phone and it can stretch up to 1.5 days if I use the cover screen more. So overall, if you are a smartphone lover, I'm very sure the last 2 to 3 years this smartphone segment feels very much boring with the same glass slab designs with extremely incremental updates to the camera and performance. But this Fold 2 is one phone that really excites you. The device has a personality of its own and doesn't get lost in the crowded slab phones. The phone is still not common enough, it is still a head turner and a conversation starter. This is one device that will be in my pocket for a longer time, even though with the slightly inferior cameras. So if any day you get a chance to use a foldable screen, I can comfortably say that even at the start of 2022, this smartphone, the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 2, will still be a compelling purchase. So this was my video regarding the Fold 2 and I'll see you in my next one. Till then, do follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Thank you and take care.